When I started doing comedy in 2002, Philadelphians used to have to travel to New York, boo, or Washington, D.C., PU, or Baltimore. They have it hard enough. Philadelphia was constantly being skipped. And then eventually some guys had a vision to open a comedy club in the basement of a parking garage. And that's what they did. They opened up this place, Helium Comedy Club. And once Helium opened, things changed. Suddenly the comedy scene changed in a major way. I could stay here in Philly and agents, talent scouts, and even touring national acts might see you, and then you could build your craft here. The first time I started doing stand-up, I was just about to go to college, and my dad and I had the old, what do you want to do with your entire life conversation. And I was like 18 years old, it's 2002, we're at war, I watched 9/11 live on television. He thought I was gonna say, I wanna be a teacher or a firefighter. And I was like, I wanna be a stand-up comedian. He was like, all right, why don't you go try that? Because he figured I would do that and I would fail and I'd become an accountant. I went and I failed. And I had never failed at something so terribly before. And then I came back and I failed again. And then I showed back up and I failed again. And around the 6-month mark, I got a laugh. It took 2 years for me to figure out how I was getting laughs, so that I finally was able to construct jokes that I could get laughs from. And then at that point, I had sunk so much time into it. I'm like, well, now I gotta try. And I was finally starting to become successful at it. And then I quit and became an accountant. I tried to book on this show today people who I want the world to see. So Tyler Wolf, Domo Jones, John Deary, my buddy Satoyo. There's just been a lot of really great comics that I've seen come through. But again, comedy also goes through changes. We go through waves. When I started out, everyone was a Dane Cook clone. Now there's a lot of Shane Gillis clones. That happens. There's things change and then people's priorities change. People have kids, they get a day job that pays better than drink tickets. I know a lot of people who started out doing stand-up and then ended up becoming like TV writers. Or they ended up becoming sketch actors, or they ended up, being arrested for murder. Like there's things that happen to people along the way. It's part of the journey, which is really cool. Yeah, Philly's funniest. That broke people. That broke some people's brains. My favorite thing of like people who are like, it's rigged. They come in like, Philly's funniest is rigged. I'm like, dude, you were supposed to do 3.5 minutes. You went on for 9 minutes. 7 minutes were about how Hillary Clinton killed Jeffrey Epstein. Your mom walked out. We had to refund your mom. I'm not even gonna state what some of them said because that will get me in trouble. Hey, it's me, Alex Pearlman. You might know me as Pearlmania 500. You're watching Helium Comedy Studios on YouTube.